some changes in New Bedford as new coach Mark DeBrito comes in place of Dennis Golden, who's moved on to accept a teaching position elsewhere.
Yep.
And so now the Whalers have kind of gone back to the future a little bit with their coaching staff.
Yeah, they've had some of their old timers return to the coaching staff as assistants to help out Mark DeBrito. So it'll be interesting to see kind of the new and the old, kind of two different generations, come together and hopefully bring the Whalers back to the glory days. I know back in the late 90s, New Bedford was one of the top teams. And, I mean, New Bedford, they have won the Big Three, a couple times in the last few years under Dennis Golden. So they have had some success. But, it'll be interesting to see, how that mix, the coaching staff works out. Some of these coaches that coached Mark DeBrito, Tom Geisen, some of these guys from back in the day, now they're taking orders from him.
Tom Geisen, John Seed, and Wayne Hamlet coming back. So that's going to be quite a powerhouse coaching staff for sure. And the good part is they all can work together because they're all very familiar. And I'm sure that Mark's learned a lot from those guys and adopted what he learned from them into his own coaching style.
Yeah, I think it's awesome that he's able to bring in, some older coaches that have that experience, to be able to help him with his first head coaching job. That's the smartest thing you can do is just surround yourself by people that are knowledgeable, And he's got a lot of talent this year. Returning at quarterback is Chandler DeBras. He was second, for our quarterbacks last year. He's pretty much our only returning quarterback that threw for more than, I think, 10 touchdowns last year. So he's an athlete to keep an eye on this year. And he's got a lot of targets. Hunter Flugel is back. Felix Plant is back. And also Andrew Raposa back. And you're going to hear those names a lot this season because they're going to be catching a lot of footballs, especially because New Bedford typically likes to kind of air it out, open up the field a little bit. But when they do run the ball, they're going to have two solid running backs in Hector Diaz and Jonathan Morales. Both of those guys are back. Both of them last year had strong seasons at, running back. And, the big thing for New Bedford this year is to, play some of those tougher teams early on. They open against Franklin and just get ready. They want to win the Big Three once again. They won it last year. They have enough talent back to, beat Rockton again. They'll face Durfee on Thanksgiving. They can clinch it then. And also maybe make a little playoff run. Win a couple games in the playoffs. It's a new system again, like it was last year. But the key for New Bedford really is just limiting, injuries. Like, if there's an injury to a key player or two, that could kind of derail the season. And it's like that case for a lot of teams. But New Bedford does have a good amount of talent. That they should be able to make some noise. But then again, they have a tough schedule, so we'll see how they match up.
But it's all about those Big Three games.
Yeah, that's what matters. And also, the key, once you make the playoffs early on, too, it's just kind of getting some experience too in the playoffs against teams you don't normally face. I think that's one of the neat parts about the new system is everybody kind of gets to face new teams, that they're not used to. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes. And I know Mark DeBrito and his coaching staff will have everybody ready for Friday night.
And you can follow all the action with us on Twitter at @SC_varsity. We'll have updates and we'll have game results, highlights, everything right there at @SC_varsity. We also want you to tweet us with your photos, videos, and thoughts throughout the course of the season as well.